Okay. Let's see here. What are you looking for? Cash. Cash money. There we go. Oh, you know what? I left my burner phone and my iPad downstairs. I'll have to go get them. Let's see who will be first. Who will be first today? Will anyone show up? Maybe they're like, F Cisco, he doesn't care about us, we don't care about him. Could be.
I bet you've deserted them.
I've deserted everyone. Oh no, Caden showed up. What is up, Cisco? Not a lot. I just got home within an hour ago. Like an hour ago. Just got home from Vegas. It was a long 5-hour drive, a little over 5-hour drive, and just got back home. And then when I got home, my wife wants to make dinner, so we go out and get all the groceries for it. And we just got back right now. And I said, I gotta get on. So how you doing, Kaden? T-Gang in the building. Football edits in the building. Says, see, it says it's translate. Man, let me see if I can turn this translator off. That's what I'm gonna do, guys. See, there's an automatic chat translation. I'm gonna turn it off because it's, you guys put words in there and it translates it to something else. So football edits, you use whatever you said, it translated it to the word they. My brother Kamal in the building with the, what's up? Kaden says, I'm doing great. Nice. Yeah, I'm doing great too. I'm glad to be home. We had a great week. We went out to Vegas on Wednesday. We just got back home today. I just dropped my son off at his house, dropped his friend off at his house. And it was a great time. They had a blast at the tournament. My son's team didn't win. But it was a good tournament, they said, and I just pretty much did my own thing, you know, for the most part. And let's see, yeah, it was a great week. Football edit says third day in Goutland. All right, how's the weather over there? Oh, hold on, I'm trying to beat my phone up. How's the weather out there? My brother Blizzard, what's going on? What's up with you? He's got the salute. He's got the flex. What's up, Blizzard? How you doing, bro?
Hi, Blizzy.
Jen says, hi, Blizzy. T-Gang says, what is up? Chilling, man. Just got on here with you guys. I just got home. It was about an hour ago. Got home about an hour ago. And then had to go grab some groceries with my wife because she wanted to make dinner, you know, for me getting home and stuff. So yeah, we literally just got back home. I went in there, wiped my face off. So I gotta get my peeps. I haven't been a regular live stream with my peeps for a while, so I gotta do it. Let's see, what does this say here? For what it says, it has been storming. No way. Storming like raining, dark clouds storming, or just like a little bit of rain. Ugh, that sucks. Wow. And how many days has that been going on? T-Gang says, you're one of my favorite persons. What can I say that, T-Gang? What can I say? I appreciate it. You know, hopefully I can stay one of your favorite peeps. Brother Kamal saying, Blizzard. Kaden says, yeah, I went to Florida. I got back 5 days ago. That's good that I got back. They're having a hurricane right now. Really? I'll have to look that up. I wonder where it's going. Or do you know where it's going, Kaden? Because my mom and my stepdad and my sister live there in Florida. So, yeah, I haven't heard anything from them yet. But they're not going to call me unless it's something major. Football edit says, oh. Blizzard says, Miss Jan, bro, Cisco. How you doing, brother? He says, T-Gang. Big Russ in the building says, sup, amigos. What's up, Big Russ? Russ, you're in Florida right now. How is there a hurricane coming that way?
Did T-Gang get one?
Oh, did a hurricane? Jen's talking to me. Sorry, guys. Did T-Gang get what? A hurricane?
Lizzie just sent memberships.
Oh, Yeah, I haven't even seen that. I thought that was my question. Georgia Sheet says, "Hey Cisco, Gigi's here. Yeah, Gigi, what's up?" T Gang says, "You aren't gifting memberships again, are you?" Blizzard says, "Brother Kamal Russ." Kamal says, "Russ, what's up?" Blizzard sent 20 gift mem. This, you know what, man? I'm not gonna fight it, bro. I'm not gonna fight it. Hold on, Cadence, real quick before I read that. It says, "Cadence, I'm about to get really bad storms tomorrow here, Cincinnati, Ohio. We're gonna get cooked. It's gonna be really bad." So, well, Cadence, stay inside. I hope you have supplies ready. Your family's safe. Don't risk going out there and getting messed up. Let's see, Blizzard with the 20 gift membership, guys. Holy moly! Wow. Okay, let's see. T Gang get lucky this time. This Gracia, Leo Lee, Kimunger, Wakansado, Gigfoot, Rough to the Rescue, Mom Shell, Joy Salem, Progresso Jen, Fish Bait, Big Russ saying, "Come on." Super Arbol. I ain't gonna say DC. DC got a gift membership. Filipina Mated's got a membership. Jojo Happy Channel. Boyguard TV, nice. Liliano Kendall, nice. Not Nana 5, Joy in Canada, and Monkey 420. T Gang saying WWW. Helen does life. Wait. T Gang, you didn't get one, did you? T Gang strikes out again. Damn, T Gang. I think T Gang is just sticking around just to see if he'll get a gift membership someday. That's what I think. Blizzard, thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. Wow, again, you don't. That's a lot, bro. You ain't got to do it, but you do, and I appreciate you, man. Hope everything's going well there for you and your family. Yeah, man. Miss you, brother. Hopefully, we'll be back live streaming pretty soon. Football Edit says, "It has been raining so hard you can't see anything." Wow, yeah, that's terrible. When you're on vacation, that's terrible. T Gang says, "No, no." That's why I picture him. No. 20. He gave a good shot right there. 20. That's a lot. Yeah, for you to miss out on that one, I don't know, T Gang. Karma. It must be karma. You did something wrong, T Gang. Big Russ says, "Rainy as heck and lightning." Oh boy, okay. I'm definitely gonna have to call. And Russ, I think you were south. Are you south of Orlando, Russ? Or north of Orlando? I thought you were south of Orlando. Because I'm gonna have to call my mom. Once I'm done with the live stream, I'm gonna call my mom, see what's going on over there with them. Football Edit says, "I don't get member either, T Gang." Yeah, you guys, I don't know about you guys. I don't know. Leah V. Ball said hi. Is that Ateseli? No. Wait, I think that's the last name. Is that Ateseli? Gigi, aka T Gang's girl. Yay, not calling me T Gang anymore. I'm gonna call you T Gang from now on. Football Edit says, "Same, Russ." Yeah, okay, so you guys are getting kind of the same weather. I wonder if you guys are in a similar area. So there's a hurricane, huh? Does it say where it's gonna make landfall? Where is it projected to make landfall at? T Gang says, "Why membership gods?" Blizzard, geez, T Gang. You can't, hey man, 20 gift memberships and not one of them was T Gang. That is crazy. T Gang says, "Why did I not get one? The gods strike at me again." Thunder Rules, hey Cisco, Thunder Rules, I told you, buddy. I told you I was gonna be back on today. I told you, I did not lie. How you doing, Thunder Rules? Big Russ says, "North." Okay, you're north of there. Okay, so if you're getting that weather, I would imagine they're getting it because the way the hurricanes seem to come from south a lot of the times go up north. So I don't know. Unless it's a Gulf hurricane, I don't know. T Gang says hi. Thunder Rules says, "T Gang likes to make jokes. He was making jokes on my live." Yeah, he's a jokester, all right. And then he says, "No." T Gang says, "No, Thunder Rules. I was not lying, bro." Okay. Well, guys, thank you guys for dropping in here. We got 10 million in the building, 6 likes. Thank you guys for being here. I wanted to get on at 2:30. I was rushing to get home, but I had to drop my son off and I had to drop his friend off. And then by the time I got home, my wife says, "Hey, let's go get some stuff so I can make some dinner." So we went and we got that done. I had another thing I had to pick up. So by the time I got home, it was already a little bit later. So thank you guys for being here. And man, what a week. It's been an amazing week. We had a great time. They went to their tournament, did their tournament. You know, I got my card game in, got to play poker, did really fantastic at the poker table. I can't even tell you how fantastic. I'm very excited. Let's just say I did very well. I did very well. So that was fun. You know, we went out, had dinner somewhere different every night. We had all you can eat Korean barbecue one night. We had tacos al gordo a couple of times because it's amazing. The adobada meat, so tender, they just cut it right off the spit. Oh my God, it's amazing. Where else did we go? We had Jollibee. We had Jollibee one night. They wanted that. And yeah, it was a great week. We wanted to do some other stuff, but we just didn't have, honestly, we didn't have the time. We were there for 5 days, and they got out of their tournament so late, just didn't have time. But thank you guys for hanging around and not forgetting about me. Let's see. Gigi says, bruh. Kaden says, the hurricane is starting to form on the Gulf side. Okay. I don't know where it's going to hit. I'm not T-Gang. Okay. Thunder Rule says, I did hit 18 likes on my stream today. Nice. Wow, that's a lot. Man, that's good. Thunder Rules, you're building up slow. You're going to be at 500 before you know it. 500 subs. T-Gang says, I feel like Sisco is rigging the membership last. I wonder. Yeah, I control the algorithm at YouTube, in case you guys didn't know that. Said, no, you hit 19 likes, Thunder Rules. Yeah, that's pretty good. Mommy Sheila Fish says, good morning. Good morning, sis. How are you? Thank you for the waves. How are you? T-Gang says, by the way, it is 7:12 for me. So it's 7:12 in the morning over there? Oh, yeah, Japan, yeah. T-Gang says, T-Gang, I posted something on your community page. And then T-Gang says, okay. Mom Sheila says, I'm good, host. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. Blizzard says, I see you in my algorithm now, T-Gang. Yeah, man. The YouTube gods are like, not having it. But yeah, so you're seeing him in your algorithm. So his videos are popping up in your stream now. That's cool. Hey guys, that's part of what makes this channel fun for us is, all of us small channels getting together, getting connected, building each other up. It's a good way to build your channel up, is to connect with a lot of people in here, check out their channel, like their videos, leave comments. They come back to your videos, like the videos, leave comments, and we all just kind of grow. So that's awesome when you guys are doing that. Thunder Rule says, you should see my latest post on my community. I'm gonna have to check. Guys, I honestly was not in YouTube very much at all over the last 5 days. I would get in there a little bit to kind of like respond to comments and stuff, because I hate leaving comments unresponded to. There was a couple days where I just couldn't respond at all, and I had a lot I had to go through, and it was a mess. I did get on a couple times for a short period to look at some stuff that I promised people I would look at. I looked at a couple people's live streams when I had a little bit of time, when I was waiting for my son and his friend to come out, but just did not have a lot of time, guys. So I will be back, to running my support and all that stuff tomorrow. Today, it's been a long, it's been a long day. 5-hour drive back, which I can't complain, because that drive from Las Vegas, it's just a long drive, 5-hour drive. And it's a very boring drive. There's not much of interest to see along the way, so it's just kind of like, eh. But, it's much cheaper than flying. And because there was 3 of us, I wasn't gonna pay for 3 of us to fly to go out there. Plus, when you get out there, you have no car. You have to Uber, so it costs even more money. So driving is the way to go, as far as I'm concerned. Changed my mind. Let's see here. So, Thunder Rules, I will check that out, buddy. T-Gang says, I'm not T-Gang, bro. Still T-Gang girl. Right. Football Edit says, I'm back. T-Gang says, yeah. New Anatomy says, want to react to something? Sure. T-Gang says, I'm in the algorithm. Yippee. Silent Damsel in the building. She says, hey, Sisco, Silent Damsel. How are you? Good evening. I just got home, sis. About hour and 15, hour and 30 minutes ago. It was a long drive. When was the last time, Silent Damsel, when was the last time you drove 5 hours? 5 hours straight. How often does it happen in your life? Because I just did it, and it's a long drive. But like I said, it's not bad. That the traffic was good. There were no pileups. There was no slowdowns. You know, I take good care of my car. Now, coming back from Las Vegas, you do have to go up into the mountains coming back, you know, a couple times. When you're leaving Vegas, you go up into these mountains. Halloran Pass, I think it's called, is a little bit further away from Vegas, but you have to go all the way up to the top of that, then down again, and then you go all the way back up through Hatchby through the mountains. So there's opportunities if you have a car that's older or a car that's not very well taken care of for your radiator to go out, you know, overheat, all kinds of stuff. So luckily we had no problems with that. But it was a long drive, Silent Damsel. T-Gang says, yes. T-Gang says, so Blizzard, mind another 5 memberships? Nah, man. Blizzard says, same here. Still not feeling YouTube, but I'm coming around too. Yeah, bro. Hey, take your time, brother. You know, life happens. And, you know, I keep having to tell myself that as much as I love, you know, YouTube, as much as I love the community that I'm in right now, which it's just amazing. You know, even over the last few days, you know, I had someone reach out to me about helping with, you know, our thing that we're doing in the Philippines with the kids. And it's just awesome. Just seeing the momentum build up for that. It's been really awesome. So, yeah, I can't tell you guys, it's, you know, it's a great positive thing that we're trying to do. But even with all that, you know, I had to focus on my son. I had to focus on the time that I was there with him, be present, you know, when I was with him. And again, with Vegas, there's not a lot of places where you can live stream. You know, they don't allow stuff, you know, in certain establishments. They just don't allow it. So I didn't really have time. And it was kind of a good thing, you know, even though it sucks to kind of be away from the community. And, you know, maybe there's some people in here that are like, oh man, wonder what's going on with Sisco. That's what was going on. I just was focused on spending time with my son when I was with him. And the rest of the time, it was just basically, you know, staying inside where it's air conditioned, because it was like 106 pretty consistently out there. But I definitely understand, Blizzard. You know, when you got life going on, man, you focus on that. You know, we'll all still be here, bro. We will all still be here, definitely. Let's see, T-Gang says, no, don't. I'm joking. Yeah, don't. It's hard enough. T-Gang will get one next time. Thunder Rule says, YouTube is like a friendly competition of getting subscribers. Plus, we all look out for each other. Yeah, I agree. You know, it can be like a friendly competition, you know, but more so for me, instead of a competition, Thunder Rules, I feel like I get more out of, you know, using my platform, which, you know, as small as it is, you know, I got some great people, but it's just a small community, sending people to other people's communities and having them connect. And then later on seeing, you know, somebody that I know from my community in another person's live stream, chatting, that they weren't connected before they met each other through my channel. That's a cool feeling. I love that, bringing people together and then they actually like kind of link up and they're cool with each other. Man, that's awesome. That's an awesome feeling. So that's, to me, that's the fun part. Silent Down says, please like, sub, and share. Thank you, Silent Down. So yeah, guys, so real quick, 9 million in the building, 15 likes. Thank you guys for that. If you haven't already, if you're new to the channel, if you just, you know, logged in, if you're back there silent watching, lurking, whatever you want to call it, salute to you, welcome. And, you know, hopefully you'll leave a comment at some point, but if you don't, leave a like instead. That's fine. Just double tap your screen, hit the like button, help us out, get us out into the algorithm. We're a small channel, like I was just mentioning. Small channels should be helping other small channels, you know, and that's how we all build and grow. You know, we just got monetized last month. We're working on, you know, building steam up for this trip to the Philippines, which I was talking about earlier, where we're going to go help kids in the Philippines, a school with needed items, food, and because we'll be out there during Christmas, some type of gift. So that's what this channel's about in the next few months. That's our main focus. And beyond that, it's kind of direction that we'd like to go with our channel, you know, is make it definitely a positive place, and, you know, just a place where we have conversations like this, just chill. And then when me and my wife go on trips or we go places that are kind of interesting, we'll make either videos or live stream. And so it's just a chill channel. But while we're doing that stuff, and as, you know, we get, you know, we're monetized, as we get proceeds into our account, whether they come from people watching the ads on the videos, which, by the way, if you do get a video, just watch 30 seconds of it at least. If you watch 30 seconds of it and then skip it, we get like a small commission for that commercial. If you just skip it right away, we get nothing. So YouTube basically gets to keep all the money. So if you watch at least 30 seconds and then skip it, just make sure you watch at least 30 seconds and then skip it, that's fine. But whether it's from that or whether it's from people leaving super chats or memberships, like Blizzard just dropped 20 gift memberships, you know, all of that, all of those proceeds will be going with us to the Philippines, and we will be helping literally hundreds of kids in a school there. Says Jesus left a heart. Thank you, Jesus. So that's our goal from now until December, and even beyond that. You know, that's what we're trying to do. So thank you guys for showing up. We got 14 million, 16 likes. Thank you guys. Silent Damsels giving. I always mess it up. The little heart. Oh no, that's Blizzard doing the little heart, and then sign down saying hi. For what it says, Blizzard, are you brother to Sisco? Blizzard is my brother through friendship. As a lot of people on here are my brother through friendship. So I call him my brother because he's a good friend. We met on YouTube, and we've been knowing each other for a little while through YouTube. He's just an awesome guy. Proud to be affiliated with him and his channel, and just him as a man. I'm proud to call him my friend. So yeah, he's a brother in that sense, football edits. Ove Johnson says, Tamsak done. Thank you for the Tamsak. Appreciate you. Sis Margie in the building. Hello, sis Margie, waving hello. How are you? Good morning. Blizzard says 5 hours is light work. Whatever, bro. Whatever, bro. Look, I didn't drive down to Virginia Beach, all right? I mean, you know, I didn't do all that. But I did drive from Florida to California. That's a long drive. Have you driven that far, bro? That's what I want to know. Have you driven that far? Light work. That ain't no damn light work. That wasn't light work for me, I'll tell you that much. After 5 days in Vegas, bro, I'm not young anymore. And the good news was my son and his friend, they're not party animals, you know, so we didn't go out and do like crazy, you know, clubs and strip clubs and all. We didn't do any of that kind of stuff. So I think,
That's not what you said.
calm down. No, that is what I said. That is what I said. You know, there was 2 nights that we stayed out to like 3 a.m, you know, but it was all, oh, somebody just sent a gold coin. Thank you, whoever that was. But it was all, you know, reasonable stuff, not crazy stuff. But yeah, after all that, it was still a long drive, bro. Gigi says, I haven't been to sleep in 3 days, but I can go to sleep right now. T-Gang, Gigi, whoever this is, you need to get some sleep. That isn't even healthy. That is very unhealthy. Says Margie, says, morning, sirs. Good morning, man. Good morning, says Margie. Ove Johnson says, support Bisaya Vlog. Oh, Bisaya Vlog, thank you so much. See, all the ninjas come in here. Hold on. And sometimes I don't either don't know or I forget who they are. Thank you, Bisaya Vlog. Thank you. This Margie says, shout out, good afternoon. Hi, everyone. Thank you, sis. How are you doing, sis? How are things going there? Hopefully the morning has started good for you and it's not bad weather yet over there. Sabrina in the building. She says, hey, with the little party hat on. Sabrina, how you doing? Yeah, just got back from Vegas. We had a great time. I'm wore out, to be honest with you. I'm getting old. I'm getting old, sis. And like I said, I'm just glad my son and his friend are not party animals because I didn't have to like every night be going out till 3 a.m. We did a couple nights, 3 a.m. But it was really just to like eat and, you know, check stuff out. Went to a couple other places, but yeah, it was a good time. How you doing, Sabrina? Oh, Johnson says, support Bisaya. Okay, yeah. I think I read that one. Blizzard says, football edits in spirit. Yes, that's right. Brothers in spirit. That's exactly what it is. Bisaya Vlog, thank you so much. Let's see. Signing down, so deleting people. Let's see. Oh yeah, this guy. That's hilarious. Robin Lucio says hi. Signing down says, I'm okay. No long finish packing after the dilemma I had today. I have to be up in 5 hours to get on the road for our trip. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, which trip are you going on? Because, wow, there's a lot of you going on trips. The dilemma you had today. Well, if you feel like expanding on what the dilemma is, please do. If not, sis, I hope everything's okay and it's squashed, whatever it is. But what trip are you going on? Did I already forget what trip you're going on? Georgia Sheet says, okay, I'm still getting called T-Gang. Am I just the new T-Gang because I said he's my boyfriend? Yeah, that's why. Hania Kitchen says hello and says hi. Hania Kitchen, hello, how are you? Welcome to the live stream. I think you're new here. I don't think I've seen you in here before. Margie says, parking. Thank you, sis. Thank you so much. Hania Kitchen says, I am from Pakistan, Karachi. Oh, nice. Cool. Shout out Pakistan. Thank you. Salute to you. Hania Kitchen. Margie says, paying, paying com BTS? I don't know what that says, sis. Paying com BTS. T-Gang says, or am I joking? Wah, wah, wah. Maybe next time. T-Gang, you're something else, buddy. Morgan Journal says, two bro, what's your favorite movie of all time? You know, people keep asking me that. I don't know. But I'll say off the top of my head, the Lord of the Rings trilogy is something that I could watch nonstop all day, every day, and not get tired of it. So I guess that series would probably be among my favorite movies for sure. George C says, baby. T-Gang's laughing. Thunder Rules says, how is Miss Generous? So Thunder Rules, she's right over there. She's right over there in the kitchen, and she's cooking. She's making what is called chicken tinola, which is a Filipino dish. It's just basically chicken. There's an ingredient called malunggay. It's like a plant, like a leafy plant, just an amazingly healthy vegetable. We couldn't find any, so we ended up going with bok choy. So it's kind of not chicken tinola in that sense, I guess, but it is what it is. We're eating it anyway. So it's just chicken. It's like a soup. It's like a broth. So she just makes that, and it's going to be delicious. You chop up this vegetable called chayote or sayote, chop that up, throw that in there. It's almost like I think it's kind of like a potato, almost similar in texture, consistency, but she doesn't think so. I think it is. But you can look it up, chayote. It's delicious. Wait, where we at here? Morgan Jones says, what's your favorite movie? I already answered that. T-Gang says, baby, chill. Ms. Generous says, if he's your vibe, subscribe. Oh, thank you, Ms. Generous. Taking time in between cooking to just throw out the little, yeah, guys. You know, again, we got 15 minutes in the building. If you're new to the live stream, thank you, welcome. Hang out for a little while. You know, we're just trying to be a positive channel. We're, very, very small channel. We try to support other small channels. And yeah, that's what we like to say. If we're your vibe, please subscribe. Check out our videos. It's not just this pretty face. There's another more pretty face that is in the videos on the channel that you got to see. So yeah, check it out. Let's see. Thunder Rules says, hey Miss Generous from Thunder Rules. So she's over there. I can see her. She's stirring the pot like this. Thunder Rules. She said hello. USS Liberty something I can't read says it gets you more views. I know it sounds counterintuitive though. I don't know what you were talking about. USS Liberty views. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, okay. I see you had put it. Go into your YouTube settings and uncheck the box where it says notify your subscribers. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I don't know. I've never heard of that before. Morgan's Journal says, bro, what's your favorite? Morgan's Journal, you're killing me. I've already answered that. Ms. Jenner says, hi, Thunder. USS Liberty says, and Europa, the last battle. I don't know that one. Navy Woman, hello. Says Amy says, hi, Sisco and everyone. How are you, sis? Good morning. How's everything going at the house? Are you done yet? I haven't been on YouTube in I don't know how long. So I haven't been keeping up on many people's stuff. So hopefully that's coming along there at your house. It says Jesus King says floating heart. Oh, thank you for that. Thank you for the floating heart. That was what came earlier. USS Liberty says, if you haven't seen 9/11 Missing Links, that's a very good movie. Okay. Saint Janito says, you look familiar. Yeah, you do too. I don't know. Where do we know each other from, Saint Janito? T-Gang says, hi. Margie sent a gold coin. Thank you, says Margie. Thunder Rule says, subscribe to Henny Bami. She does paddleboarding. She is waiting for the okay to go out. Oh, okay. Let me screenshot that. I'll go check that out. So guys, if you get a chance, go check that person out. Henny Bami, I think it says right there. Looks like it. Check it out, guys, if you get a chance. USS Liberty says, when I was 18, my first long trip by myself, I hopped in my Dodge Ram 1999 5.9 liter pickup, drove from Houston to Massachusetts, round trip to see my grandma Christmas. I don't know if that's how you talk, but when I saw Houston, that's just how I started talking. So I'm sorry. No disrespect, man, USS Liberty, but nice. That's a long drive. That's a long drive. From Houston to Massachusetts is a long drive. Brother Kamal says, be fam, brother from another mother. You damn right. Show your ride. I want to hear you say that, Kamal, because I think you could probably do it better than me. I think your voice can get into a deeper Deeper range than the mind can. Show your ride. I want a video. Come on, I want to see that. Says Margie, thank you. Georgia She says, nah, I'm fine. I'll sleep tonight. You better go to sleep now. T Gang says, is Blizzard lurking? Blizzard's always lurking. Blizzard's always in the bushes. You never know when he's going to pop out, jump out, and get you. You know, slam you with, give memberships. He's always there. He's always watching. He's like Santa Claus. You better watch out. Better not cry, T Gang. I'm not going to do the rest of it. Football Edit says, I bet $100 Blizzard won't give membership. Yeah, you're right. I bet he won't. Tegan says, bet. Wait, no. Blizzard says, bet drop $100 in the super chat. There you go. Throw $100 in the super chat. Blizzard will be more than happy to just say, you know what, you win. All right, yeah, because, look, guys, Blizzard's been dropping and dropping and dropping. His finger gets sore. He's dropped so many times. He gets tired of it, guys. It's too much. It's too much. Sabrina says, I'm great, Sisco. Hope you had fun in Vegas. It's late here. I need to sleep. I'll see you next time. Good night. Yes, it's definitely get some sleep, get some rest. Thank you for dropping in. Really appreciate it. And guys, I want to say that too. It's just an awesome feeling to have been kind of away from YouTube for the most part for the last 5 days. I did like a quick live the other day from Seafood City, and the vibe just didn't feel right to me. It was an unfamiliar place, and it wasn't like just being home. So it just was kind of weird. But to have people actually come back and, just drop in, man, I appreciate that so much. So thank you, Sabrina. I really appreciate you. And we did. We had a great time in Vegas. My son had a blast. His birthday's July 2nd, but he wanted to go to Vegas for this tournament. So that's what we did. It was a great, great time. So sleep good, sis. We'll see you next time. Thank you. Georgia C says, nah, brah. Margie's waving. Thank you, sis. T-Gang, let's see, what does it say? Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Football Edit says, Blizzard, I didn't see anything or say anything. All right, this person got timed out. Ha ha. Silent Damsel, we're going to visit family in London, leave in the morning. And my fridge freezer broke down today. I ended up sharing all the food with my neighbors and my daughter came by and took some too. Wow. Damn. Okay, so is it still warm there? Is it still like hot there? And I'm wondering, is that why the freezer's messing up, or is it just the old freezer? Damn, that sucks. Yeah, because what are you gonna do? Yeah, you might as well just give it away. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that. And right before you're getting ready to go on a trip, awesome. So hopefully you'll be able to get one before you leave. If not, yeah. Damn, that sucks. Well, London should be good anyway. Hopefully that's a nice trip. How long does it take to get to London from where you're at? You just fly in there? Georgia She says, no, don't ever use that voice for reading my comments. Okay, I don't remember which voice it was. T-Gang says, Blizzard gift right when there is $100. Yeah, there you go. T-Gang says, it would be funny. Bok choy, yeah, bok choy, man, it's delicious. I love bok choy. She'll usually put bok choy with, so the other dish, it was a choice between two. I have kind of two favorites that I like that she makes of the soups. The chicken tinola is one, and the other one is called La Uya, which is like a sinigang, but it's for locos. It's a Ilocano dish. It's their version of sinigang. So basically, the way that my wife makes it is she gets bok choy, she gets short ribs, little beef short ribs, and what's the seasoning, babe? It's the sinigang seasoning.
The tamarind?
Tamarind. It's a tamarind seasoning. She puts that in there. I'm sure there's a little bit more to it than that. I'm simplifying it, but it's basically just the bok choy with the short ribs. It's just a simple soup, but it's just so delicious. Yeah, it's amazing. Blizzard says, have a safe and wonderful trip, Sign Damsel. Yeah, for sure, Sign Damsel. Safe travels. Like I said, yeah, how long does that trip take? I'm not familiar with how long that trip would take, because in my mind, I'm just picturing it. So I imagine it's probably like maybe an hour flight, maybe? I don't know. Could be longer. Yeah, bok choy, yeah. Sign Damsel says, thanks, Blizzard. Football says, money is K. Oh, yeah, it's crowns, I think. Crowns in Sweden, I believe. T-Gang says PK. I don't know what that means. T-Gang says, do a super chat then. For what it says, Sisco is the best bakery in Goutland, I think. Really? What do they make there? Just regular bread or sweets? Sis Vanessa's in the building. She says, good morning, bro. Sis Vanessa, how are you? Long time no see. Good morning, sis. How are you? Silent Damsel says, hi, generous. Dinner smells great. I'll be over shortly. It does. Oh my God. How do you smell that? It smells amazing. It smells amazing. What have you put in so far? You just have she's got a chicken broth.
Right now it's ginger, garlic.
Oh, yeah. Ginger, garlic, onions. She's got a beef broth that she's going to pour in there in a minute. So she's just stirring out all. It smells amazing. Just imagine the simmering garlic, you know, just that in and of itself. The ginger thrown in there, it's amazing. Son Damsel, you wish you could be here. Trust me, you wish you could. It's amazing. Says Vanessa says, make a little shout out to all. Ms. Jones says, Damsel, see you soon. Should be done in about 45 minutes. That's quick. Just stop here first. Stop here first. Make it a layover. You know, it's nice and cool in our house right now. We have a freezer. You can bring all your freezer products and bring them here. We'll take them all. And then just head on to London after that. You'll be good. Football Head says, Sisco, do you like coffee? Yes, I do. If you do, then I just wanted to say that in Gautland, the best ice cream magazine there is a coffee ice cream. I don't know if it's changing the word. You said that before, magazine. I don't know if that's the right word or if it's changing it or what. Ice cream magazine. There is the biggest ice cream something. You keep saying magazines. I don't know what that means. Is a coffee ice cream. I do like coffee ice cream. USS Liberty says, what's your daily driver, like your car? It's a Honda. It's a Honda Accord. Georgia C says, I'm not going to sleep now. You need to. I haven't slept in 3 days. I'm fine. I'm not dying. T-Gang says, nah, baby, you have to sleep. Vanessa, thank you. Thank you so much. How's the weather there, sis? How are you doing out there? Georgia, she says, baby, I'm fine. T-Gang says, no, that is not okay. I'm going to let them go back and forth. Sis Vanessa says, oh, she's waving. Thank you. Thank you. Football It says, I don't know how to say that. Sialso, they make sweets. Ah, okay. Simon Daniel says, the freezer was 12 years old. We're traveling by bus, Sisco, 11 hours and 40 minutes, including stops. If I went by plane, it'd be about an hour and 30 minutes. My daughter loves to go by bus for the scenery and stops. I bet that's an awesome drive. So you're going from the north, correct? South to London. That would be an amazing trip. I wonder, what are the main things that you pass by there? I mean, because that's a long way. 11 hours, that's a long, even on a bus, that's a long way. I mean, yeah, I can't even imagine how many miles that is. That's hundreds of miles. So, wow, you must be passing by a lot of stuff. And the countryside must be beautiful. Man, I'm just picturing in my mind how beautiful that would be. The green. Because when you picture, I don't know about you guys, but when I picture Scotland in particular, United Kingdom, when I picture Scotland in particular, I just picture rolling green hills. That's just what you see on TV, and movies. These rolling, beautiful green hills, castles, I'm sure there's regular crap just like we have here, just houses and crap, but, the stereotypical things that you think of when you think of Scotland, though, are those rolling green hills, the castles, that kind of stuff, bagpipes playing, But man, there must be some just beautiful places that you go by. And do you go by the ocean? How close do you get to the ocean on that trip? She says the bus makes different places along the way. Okay, yeah, of course. Yeah, that long drive, they're definitely stopping. 11 hours is a long bus ride, though. I got to admit, that's a long drive. T-Gang saying hi again. Georgia, she says, all T-Gang's going to do is make me sleep, but it's not going to happen. Okay. Football Editor says, it was amazing sunset today. Should I post it? Well, you shouldn't even have to ask that question, Football Editors. If there's an amazing sunset, you have to post it. It's not should you post it. It's why is it not posted already? That is the question. You're going to ask a question. Should I post this amazing sunset? Of course you should. Blizzard says, these two are better than Days of Our Lives. Well, Blizzard, let me ask you a question, bro. Have you ever seen the movie The Shining? So there's a little boy, his name is Danny, and he has a friend, and his friend's name is Tony. And Tony is talks to his finger, right? So I'm sure you've seen this movie before. And so when Danny is feeling stressed out, he'll talk to Tony. and Tony talks like this. So like if I was Daniel, I think his name's Daniel, I'd be like, oh no, I'm scared. Don't worry, Daniel. Everything's gonna be okay. How do you know everything's gonna be okay? Because I know. I know everything. That's how the conversations go. So I'm just wondering, T Gang. I'm not saying you're Daniel or Danny, but is Gigi? Hello, T Gang. Hello, how are you? It better not be T Gang. It better not be. I said when I see the video, then I will believe. I will believe you, T Gang. Let's see. Where we at here? T Gang says, "Hey Cisco, if you didn't know my mom might have a spinal, if you didn't know my mom might have a spinal cancer due to the fact that my mom used her back way too much and stretches way too much." T Gang, you just drop this stuff on us, and it's just very stressful. So I can imagine the stress you're under. But man, now you're stressing me out because your family's having some medical issues, man, and that's very concerning. And I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping that's not the case. Usually you don't get cancer from working too much, but yeah, I hope that's not the case. Lamb says hi. Hello, Lamb. T-N says I'm scared. Yeah, that sounds scary, but again, unless we know for sure that's what's going on, let's not assume that that's what's going on, T-N, because you'll scare yourself worse. Lamb says, like your beard. Well, I don't have a beard. It's just this is called a soul patch right here. But thank you. Yeah, it's just a little spot right here of dirt. I'll wash it off. Don't worry. Football Edit says, I'll come back in 1 to 4 minutes. If you're not back here in 4 minutes, Football Edits, I'm blocking you. So you better get back here in 4 minutes. I'm just joking. You come back whenever you want. Georgia C says, wait, baby, that's sad. Vanessa Vlog, thank you so much. Hello, sis. T-Gang says, yeah. Silent Download says, it can be 7-hour drive straight through about 450 miles. We got 2 buses and a train to get there. Gonna be a long day, but it'll be beautiful. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, I think, on a trip like that. And so how many of you are going? Because, of course, the more people, the more stressful it gets. But that's the key right there, is to just think about, hey, we know we got to take buses. We know we got to take a train. It's beautiful along the way. Focusing on that and staying present, in the moment. I was talking about that to my son and his friend. We finished up last night. We were coming back to the hotel room, and they were both like, "Man, we're leaving tomorrow. This went by so fast." And in my head, I'm thinking, this has gone by actually really well. It hasn't gone by fast in my mind, because one thing that I do, what I've been learning to do more of, is stay present. Stay present in the moment that I'm in. Don't think about, hey, we're leaving X amount of days, or hey, we've only got so many days. I try to kick that habit out of my mind, because I used to do that all the time. I still do it sometimes, but I'm trying to get rid of that habit. I'm trying to just stay focused on the present moment, because when you do that, you're going to be able to have a better time right now in the moment. And time doesn't go by as fast. It really feels like the amount of time that you've been there is just the right amount of time. So that's the way to do it. I mean, just enjoy that ride. Like I said, I can't even imagine. I hope, Signing Downs, I know you don't really post stuff like that on your channel, but it would be cool. Maybe just a short of just some of the countryside. If I can just add a request, ask a request. That's all I would ask. Just a little short out the bus window or the train window of the countryside, or anything that you see interesting along that trip. That would be awesome. It doesn't have to be a whole production, just some quick, just a request, that's all. Georgia Sheet says, I'm so sorry. T-Gang says, I'll be right back. Blizzard, T-Gang. Yeah, T-Gang, man. T-Gang, we're right here with you, man. And it's hard because, we've all had people that have, well, I'd say all of us, but maybe some of you haven't, but most people that I know, myself included, have either lost family to cancer, or who have family members who have battled cancer successfully. So it's a very serious thing, and so I understand, when people are having those issues, it's very traumatizing, and it takes a lot of, positive energy to keep yourself at a place where, you're not letting it overwhelm you. So T-Gang, like I said, until you know that's what's going on, please don't assume that that's what's going on, because you're just going to get yourself really worked up. T-Gang says, thanks, I know. Georgia Sheet says, bro, I'm going to be in a vid with him. Don't worry, we're two different people. It's not going to be like that. All right, when I see that video, I will have many, many, many apologies to make. And you know, it'll be a good laugh. It'll be a good laugh either way. Brother Kamal sending, is that Grogu? I can't tell what that is. I don't have my glasses on today, guys. My glasses are still in my luggage. I'm telling you, I came home. We went right out. We went right out and got the stuff to make the tinola, and we came right back. Big Russ says, red rum, you know. Red rum, you know what I'm talking about. See, all the old timers, we know this stuff. Sign down says, I need to go try and get some sleep. Enjoy your food, Sisco and generous. Thank you. Good night, sis. Yeah, definitely get some sleep. Yeah, see, value of sleep, guys. Get your sleep. Have a great trip. Please be safe. And send our best to the family. Hope you guys have a great time. And please just be safe. And don't forget, please upload a short if you get a chance, sis. It's just a request. That's all. Thank you so much, sis. T-Gang says, my family has a weak immune system. Yeah, it happens, man. It goes through families. You know, like I said, it's been an issue in my family on my mom and my dad's side. I've lost people on my mom and my dad's side from cancer, so it's a very serious thing. T-Gang says, be right back. Blizzard says, bro, you never seen The Shining? Blizzard, you gotta watch this movie, bro. It is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's not my favorite, but Jack Nicholson, one of my favorite actors of all time. Man's just an amazing actor. I don't think there's a movie he's ever been in that I did not like. He's one of the very, very, very few people who's never been in a movie that I haven't liked, and every one of his characters is memorable. And he doesn't always play just the same type of guy, you know? But it's an awesome movie, The Shining. It's just really good. And then there was another movie that they made years later called Dr. Sleep, and it's with Kiefer Sutherland. And Kiefer Sutherland plays little Danny, the little boy that's in The Shining, all grown up. And it actually was a really good story that they built off the original Shining. So check out The Shining first. It's a horror classic, suspense classic. Jack Nicholson, Shelley Duvall was in the movie. I don't remember the little boy's name, but classic movie, classic movie. You gotta watch that, bro. Sign Down says, please like, sub, and share. Thank you, Sign Down. So yeah, guys, we got 8 million in the building, 22 likes. Thank you so much. If you haven't already, just please double tap your screen, drop that like on there. If you're new to the channel, please just go and check out our channel real quick. You know, watch a couple videos, watch a couple shorts, and see what you think. If you like it, if we're your vibe, please subscribe. Bam, got it in there. All right, message got deleted. Let's see. Let me look what it says. Dude, are you gay? Why, are you looking for someone gay? I don't know. And great name, by the way. Blizzard says, Silent Damsel, see you. Silent Damsel says, just me and my youngest daughter are going. Okay, that'll be nice then. That's good. 2 people? Psh, excellent. That should be good. Yeah, please, have a safe trip, sis. Thank you. And please get some rest. Football Edit says, Sisco, I need your help. I'm 8 subs away from 800. Oh, really? Guys, if you haven't already, just go check out Football Edits. Just check it out. See if you like what you see there. If you can, leave a comment. Let them know you came by from Sisco's Live, and just leave a like and maybe a subscription if you'd like to help him get to 800. That's a nice little milestone right there. Pretty close to 1,000. And Russ slammed that person. Got him out of here. Ma'am Leonila, thank you. Good morning, Mount Buntag. Ma'am Leonila in the building. Blizzard says, Football Edits, got you, bro. Nice, Blizzard, thank you, brother. Yeah, guys, again, small channels. Let's help other small channels, Let's keep the love going. One of us grows, we all grow, guys. If we all had that mentality, the world would have less problems right now. Says Vanessa, thank you. Hope you're not working too hard, sis. Ma'am Leonilla, thank you. Ma'am Leonilla, can you smell? My wife is making the chicken tinola. Can you smell it? I'm gonna take you over there and look. When she says it's okay, I'm gonna take you over there and I'm gonna show you, see what it looks like. So stand by. She's laughing right now, but stand by. Chicken tinola, Ma'am Leonilla. You can come over to the house and have some tinola with us. Blizzard says, some people choose the perfect YouTube name for themselves. Yeah, I saw that, bro. I was like, oh, okay, I see how that goes. And you know what, without thinking, I can see somebody would say that too, come on. But that's funny though, right? It's funny, like that kind of troll's like, whatever, just dumb. This is Vanessa, thank you. Georgia Sheet says, yeah, better because I've been laughing about this whole thing. Really? Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see there, Georgia Sheets. Now, Lindilla, thank you. Big Russ says, I'm not kidding. When I was in Scotland, I was rolling green hills and at least one it was rolling green hills and at least one castle. It has to be, bro. It has to be because it's famous for that. So I know that it has to be. And I think I mentioned before on the live stream, one of my close friends, he has a son there in Scotland. When he was in the Navy, I mentioned this, Russ, 'cause I know we talked about military and stuff. Uh, he was in the Navy. He's got a son there, and yeah, he says beautiful there, just beautiful there. And that is one of the things that I would love to go to Scotland for. That rolling green countryside, just this vast. I just picture this vast greenness because we don't get that in California. We just don't get that. And then to see like some of the old castles and stuff, you know, we learn about this stuff growing up here in the States. We learn about a lot of European history, and there's so many places I would just love to see. And that is definitely one of the places. Blizzard says, nah, that movie was way before my time. Quit, bro. Quit, bro. Quit. As a matter of fact, I think you might have been a newborn when that movie happened. And it don't matter. Jen wasn't born before that movie. Babe, have you seen that movie, The Shining?
Yeah, I think I watched it with you.
Okay, there you go, right there. Even Jen, even youngster Jen has seen that movie, Blizzard. I don't want to hear those excuses, man. You need to watch it. It's okay if you're scared. Have somebody watch it during the daytime. Have somebody there hold your hand. Whatever, bro. You got to watch the movie. It's a classic. It's a classic. You'll watch that and you'll go, damn, that was a good ass movie. It's one of those. It's one of those. You're like, damn. And there's some crazy scenes in that. Classic, iconic scenes in that movie. Craziness. Fullbody says, Blizzard, sorry I missed. Wait, you missed what? What the heck? Mamily Anila, thank you. Fullbody says, what you wrote? I didn't see what he wrote. Zavaro, I think it says, what's up, OG? I don't know if I'm OG, but what's up? Cyrillic name says, hello, my bro. I'm from Russia. I can see that. How you doing? Shout out Russia. Thank you for joining our live. We got 9 million in the building, 23 likes, guys. Thank you. If you just came in, please double tap your screen. Drop us a like. I'm just sitting here. I'm just chopping up with people, chatting with people, in our community. We have a lot of people that are just awesome people in our community. I get on here about 2:30 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and just chop it up a little bit. Just connect with everybody and, just have a good little conversation. What time is it? It's almost 4. So, yeah, I just chop it up and, just promote our channel. Our channel is about going on travels, going on adventures, and we're working on a trip to the Philippines right now where we're going to, take all of our earnings from YouTube. We're going to donate that to a school of kids, and it's going to be for food. It's going to be for supplies for the school and gifts for the kids. So we'll be doing that in December. So that's what our channel's about. If that sounds interesting to you, please check it out. Leave a comment so I can get back and thank you or check out your channel and subscribe for your vibe. All right. Thank you so much for that. So corny, guys. Fullbody says, hi, guys. The one who talk is Sisco. Yeah, I'm Sisco. Wakansada says, hello, Wakansada, how are you? Good morning. Is it morning over there, Wakansada? Big Russ says, have to watch the original Shining. Yes, the original Shining. Watch the original Shining with Jack Nicholson and Shelley Duvall. Classic movie. Like I said, iconic scenes. Even if you haven't seen that movie, I guarantee you've either seen a meme or a short bit of the movie, like made into a meme, a video. It's an iconic movie. And then go watch Dr. Sleep after that. It's awesome. T-Gang says, I post a video now to the public about the area, but it doesn't really cover much of it. Just the public knows a little bit of what I'm going through. Okay, we'll check that out, T-Gang, for sure. Sis Ogon, good morning. She's waving and then she's doing, oh my God, it's Sisco. I'm so excited. Is that how you're talking, Sis Ogon? Oh my God, it's Sisco. How are you, sis? I didn't get to catch many lives this last several days. Yeah, we've been so busy, but hopefully you're doing well. And thank you, sis, for dropping in here. Leo Lee says, I punched a spider on my wall last night and it broke my wrist and wall. Maybe I have a touch of the tism. That doesn't sound like a touch of the tism. That just sounds like an anger problem. It sounds like, Leo Lee. Hopefully you're okay. I don't like that you broke your wrist. I hope you're just messing with us, Leo Lee. because that is not a fun injury to have. Ma'am Leonilla, thank you. Leo Lee putting up the custom emojis. Thank you, Leo. Brother Kamal says, Jack Nicholson, Jersey's own garden grown. Is he from Jersey? I didn't know that. I honestly didn't know where he was from, but Jersey, I didn't know he was from Jersey. Really? The Garden
Sure
State.
reps the West.
What's that?
He sure reps the West.
Well, he lives in Hollywood in LA now. I mean, he's been a Lakers fan for so long, but originally he's from Jersey, is what Kamal's saying. Yeah, okay. I did not know that. You learn something new every day. Caden's saying hello, Caden. Leo Lee says, why do I have a star? Leo Lee, I think you probably got gifted a membership. I don't know if, I doubt you bought your own membership because I'm not sure who you are, but you've probably come through this live stream before in the past. And one of our members, Blizzard Abroad, my brother, Blizzard Abroad, he's been graciously and generously gifting people memberships. And the way that it works is when he donates to our channel to gift memberships, YouTube at random picks people whoever's come through our live before and who has selected. There's an option there you have to select to be able to receive gifts. If you've checked that box or selected yes or whatever it is, you can get a gift membership, and that's probably how you got a gift membership. So that little blue star right there means you're a member of the channel. And thank you for being a member of the channel. Whether it was gifted or otherwise, thank you for being a member of the channel. We appreciate you. Ma'am Leonilla, thank you. Leo Lee, dropping the custom emojis, guys. If you like those little custom emojis and you'd like to be able to drop them in the chat, consider becoming a member. I'm going to be doing more member content. Okay, it's just been kind of, the last couple weeks has been a little crazy, but I want to start getting in the habit of doing more members only content as well. So we're going to be working on that, guys. T-Gang says, I meant to say instead of my area, I meant my cause and stuff. Sorry. Okay, yeah, no, we'll check it out for sure. Says Leo, it's because you are a member. Yeah, exactly. Isaac says, no, you wouldn't have less problems because people still have an issue with not agreeing with each other. Someone always has to be right. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Isaac, but I agree, I think. Leo says, T-Gang probably, my mom and grandma died of cancer. It'd be like that. Sometimes life is hard, but you got to be harder. Some people that might work, but other people, it's not an issue of just getting harder. It's It's an issue of, learning to accept, as I've told T-Gang before, learning to accept the fact that there's a lot of things in life we don't have any control over. And we can either choose to spend our time focusing on worrying about those things, or we can spend our time letting those things take care of themselves the way they're going to take care of themselves, and us adjusting ourselves to whatever happens, being able to deal with it in a positive and healthy way. Focus on, how do I deal with this thing that I have no control over? How do I control my actions to where I'm dealing with it in a way that's positive and healthy? That's, I think, is probably a way that most people can deal with it that is going to probably cause the least amount of harm for them. T-Gang says, I know, I'm harder. Just, it is sad for a long while. And it is sad. And guys, I've said this before. My personal opinion is that you can't control your feelings. People always want to say, hey, control your emotions, control your feelings. You can't control those things. They just happen. Feelings and emotions just happen. You don't control them. What you control is the way you respond to those emotions and feelings. Okay? Once the feelings happen and you're experiencing them, you should just let them flow. Let them flow. Feel them. Feel those feelings. There's a reason why you feel those feelings and those emotions. Our bodies, our biology was made for this. There's a reason why you feel those things. Whether it's healthy or not is another question, but just go ahead. Let the feelings happen. Don't try to stop or suppress the feelings. Let them happen. But then while you're feeling those feelings, try to maintain focus in your mind about, okay, now that I'm feeling this way, what can I do about it? What can I do about these feelings that I'm having? Whatever it is that's causing me to feel these feelings, what can I do about it? And just look for the positive ways that you can deal with it. And if you can't think of it on your own, go on the internet. Find ways to, how to deal with your emotions, how to deal with your feelings. It's a very healthy thing to do. And if you can't do that, if you're able to, talk to people, talk to a friend, talk to a family member, talk to a therapist. Those things can help, definitely. Georgia Sheet says, yo, I just watched T-Gang's new vid. Baby, don't ever say you might get cancer with Jinx. What is bad now? Yeah, T-Gang, come on, T-Gang. You're better than that, T-Gang. Ma'am Lanilla, thank you. Let's see here. We got somebody, a troll trying to be hard, but they're being ridiculous. Let's see here. All right. Football, this has got to go. Bye, guys. Football, let's have fun. Take care out there. Be safe. Hopefully the weather picks up out there and it gets better. I'm kind of sad that you're having this bad weather. You've been looking forward to this trip. So hopefully the weather clears up. All right. But stay safe in the meantime. Hey, make the best of it. Even if you can't go outside and do the things that you were wanting to do, find a way to make the best of it. All right. Football, be safe, man. Logan's in the building, LW Fitness. What's up, Logan? How you doing, brother? How you doing? Are you doing any sports for summer this year? I know track and field is done. I'm pretty sure it's done for the... Well, wait, are you graduated yet, Logan? T-Gang says, bye, football edits. Leo Lee says, hey, I do get told I have an anger problem. And I don't see it if I'm calm, but sometimes when I lose I lose it, but it never ends in hurting people. I know maybe fights with randoms though. Well, if you got a lot of people telling you that, there might be something to it. But you know what? When I was younger, I got told I got anger issues too. And I did. I did have anger issues. And the issue was not me being angry. The issue was me not dealing with the emotion of anger in a healthy way. So the anger is not the problem. How you deal with anger is the problem. Because you cannot stop yourself from getting angry. If something's going to make you angry, it's going to make you angry. You can't stop the anger. What you can stop is how you deal with that anger and dealing with it in a positive way. I'm not a therapist, guys. I'm just telling you my own personal experience, my own personal opinion. You know, when things make you angry, it always helps to figure out why you're angry. Anger comes from fear and frustration. One of those two things. You're either fearful, afraid of something, or you're frustrated by something. That's where anger comes from. I don't know anywhere else that anger comes from, but those two emotions right there. So figuring out which of those you're feeling, maybe both. Figure out, what am I afraid of? What is about this situation that makes me afraid? Or what is about this situation that makes me frustrated? Once you identify what that is, then you can figure out, how do I deal with that issue? Deal with that thing that's making me afraid or frustrated. That's how you deal with anger, guys. That's just the beginning. Madeline Nilla, thank you. My brother Kamal says, yes, Nicholson and Danny DeVito are from Neptune. Wait, huh? Is that a movie? Jack Nicholson and Danny DeVito, were they in a movie together? Okay, I'm not familiar with that one. Russ says, all work, no play makes Jack a dull boy. All work, no play. Yeah, iconic, man. That was okay. And I don't want to do a spoiler, guys. Okay, but that what Russ put in right there, that's a part of the movie. And you got to see the movie to understand what's being said right there. But that is an iconic part of the movie right there. When you see that, you're like, oh, damn. Okay, so you got to watch the movie. I'm not going to ruin it, but that is iconic right there. Ma'am Leonila with the TV, thank you. This is Vanessa, thank you. T-Gang says, the sad part is that most men, boys hide their emotions. Yeah, they try to, but it comes out in other ways. That's what's funny, is you can't really hide your emotions long term. You can do it in the short term, maybe, but long term, that stuff's gonna come out. And that's where people have anger issues, because that emotions gotta go somewhere. Football edits, take it easy, take care. Leo Lee says, life be hard because death is peaceful. Our gift for the struggle we have is death. I know that sounds crazy, but if we live forever, we would be truly alive. Would we truly be alive? I'd say yes, because life's meaning doesn't revolve around the amount of time that you have here. I know a lot of people say, well, life is meaningful because we only have a short amount of time. Well, I think that's BS. I think all we know is we have a limited time. So for some people, that helps them put meaning on their life, to know that they have a limited time, which that's fine. But I think if you live forever, it wouldn't really make a difference. I think you would still find pleasure in some things. You'd find displeasure in other things. To me, that's what life's about: experiencing things and having those things, come into your life, into your mind, and make you feel all of those emotions that we had. I think if you were incapable of feeling emotions, that would be a very sad and ugly life. And that's why a lot of people who are literally psychopaths or sociopaths, I forget which one it is, they have trouble processing emotions. And so it kind of leads to the things that they end up doing later on down the road. But for us, I honestly don't think that that's true. That because we know we're going to not be here, it makes things more meaningful. I don't think so. I think it just makes people rush to do things that they think, I don't have time, I better go do these things, which it could be true. But whether you had an infinite amount of years or if you had 100 years, you still find meaning in your life. That's what I think, Leo. But that's a whole other conversation. Someday we'll get into it maybe. T-Gang says, but it is true. My grandpa died of it. My grandma had it, and my mom has a chance. I lost my big sis to murder, but she had stage 1 cancer, so that is why. Wait, okay, that was confusing right there. That was a lot you're dropping on us there, T-Gang, but if it makes you feel good to get this stuff off your chest, I'm cool. Georgia Sheet says, baby, I've been having my own problems, like locking myself in my room and crying alone, hiding my feelings. That's what I wanted to talk to you about, and people said I just need to talk through their feelings. Yeah, and you do. You need to talk through your feelings. Sometimes it helps. Not always, but sometimes it helps. T-Gang saying, sorry. Ma'am Linilla, hello, thank you. Lily says, don't let the thoughts of yesterday crowd out the vision of today. Don't let your past define your name. We'll all be judged the same someday. Well, I'll tell you what, I definitely don't think you should spend too much time thinking about the past. I don't think you should spend too much time thinking about the future. The vast majority of your attention should be going on into what's happening right this moment, right now, being present in what's happening right now. You have to think about the future to some degree because you'll be in the future. And if you don't plan for the future, then you're probably going to be in trouble, okay? But spending too much time thinking about the future, you lose out on the present. And before you know it, this is why time travels so fast. This is why, things go by fast because we're worried about what's coming. We're not worried about what's happening right now. And so that's why I say stay present. Stay present in what's happening right now. Take a little bit of time to plan for the future. In the past, the only reason why I really think about the past is for 2 reasons. One, because I need to remember something, because I don't want to make that mistake again. Or I need to remember something because I want to enjoy that thing again. And then another thing would be because I literally get huh? The what?
Blizzard gifted another membership.
Oh, okay. My wife's telling me Blizzard gifted another membership. I haven't even seen it yet. But anyway, real quick, like I said, I'd say focus all of your attention, most of your attention right here, right now, what's happening right here, right now. Think a little bit about the future in order to plan for your future. And don't spend too much time thinking about the past. That's what you should spend the least amount of time thinking about. But I'm going to get down here. Blizzard gifted another 5 memberships. Okay, hold on. Mamily Anilla, thank you. T-Gang says hi again. Sis Vanessa, thank you. T-Gang says Leo. Okay, Socrates. Okay. T-Gang's laughing. Lily says life's meaningful is because it ends you eat your favorite meal every day, you would get sick. I don't know about all that. I think I'd be pretty happy eating my favorite meal every day. Oh, yeah, there we go. Blizzard got the 5 memberships. Look at this guy, man. Blizzard's just jumping out the bushes. Oh, man, I don't know, Blizzard. I don't know about you, bro. Man, this guy, guys, says it's simply Rizal received a gift membership. Aranda and Elo's vlog, nice. Belinda Toku, oh, Belinda got one, nice. Hopefully she'll see that. Apollo Arguillas got one. Eli Longo, yeah, or Elia Longo, thank you, nice. And Leo Lee got one. Oh, wait, Leo Lee already had one, my bad. He's already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. No, I know all those people, I think, except for one person. I'm not sure who they are, but that's awesome. Thank you, Blizzard. Thank you again, brother. Even though he's got his life happening, guys, he's got, like all of us, we all struggle. We all have struggles in our lives. Again, and that's one of the things that makes him, just a solid guy, man. He's still thinking of others. He's still, he's thinking of our channel, throwing the gift membership out for our channel. He's thinking of us, and he's thinking of you guys too. So thank you, Blizzard. Appreciate you, brother. Leo says, I only have a problem if I believe I have problems. I don't know about that one, Leo. You're some of this stuff, I don't know. You have a problem whether you believe it or not. You're going to have a problem. If a bus is driving towards you at 100 miles an hour and you're not aware of it, you're going to have a problem. T-Gang says, no, why give gods? Why do you strike me down? Georgia, she says, yo, he's at the gifts again. Yeah, exactly. Brother Come On says, Neptune, oh, okay, he's from Neptune, New Jersey. I did not know there was a place called Neptune, New Jersey. Interesting. Blizzard, thanks for trying. Miss Jenner says, Blizzard, Tegan says, but it just won't happen. Georgia, she says, baby, just keep coming through. You'll get gifted soon. Leo Lee says, the now is the only thing that exists. The future isn't promised and the past is past. It's past, no changing it just because you look back. I agree with that. That is definitely true. The present is all we have right now. For all we know, it's all we have right now. Like I've said in another live stream, somebody mentioned that we could be a brain sitting in a vat somewhere. All of this around us could be the matrix for all we know. But we have no choice but to believe that this is real. So deal with what's real. Right now is real. The past and the future are not real yet, or they've already been real. They're no longer real. Right here is the only real that we have, guys, that we know of. Ma'am Leonila, thank you so much. Ma'am Leonila, can you smell? Can you smell the chicken tinola? It's delicious. It's delicious. Blizzard says, live for today, plan for tomorrow. Exactly. To me, that's the best short advice that you can make. Live for today, plan for tomorrow. You know, because none of us is promised tomorrow for sure, guys. We all know this. However, we can't just focus all on right now. We have to assume that most people do live long lives. Most people will live into their 60s and 70s, at least here in the U.S. You have to plan for that, you know, but you have to enjoy what's happening right now. You have to do it. You have to. T-Gang throwing up the W's. Pamela Nila, thank you. Leo saying you must build up your life action by action and be content if each one achieve its goals as far as possible, and no one can keep you from this. Looked like that's a quote, but I don't know who said that. Says Ogang, thank you so much. George, she says, I'm struggling with a lot in life, but I keep going, so I want everyone to keep going, even with how hard it gets, just keep going. We have no choice, guys. You know, if you wanna find happiness in your life, you have to keep going. There's gonna be ups and downs. As somebody who's 53 years old, I'm by far not the oldest person in the world, but in 53 years of living, one thing that I know is I've been through some very low times in my life. I've had some very difficult struggles in my life, but I've made it through every single one of them. Some of them I didn't think I was gonna make it through, and I'm still here. So even when you're way, 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 way down, and I mean all the way down, because I've been all the way down, guys, in many ways, financially, emotionally, physically, I've been at the bottom, you know, in my life multiple times. So, you know, and here I am. I'm still here. So all I'm saying is that, especially for you younger people, because it's harder for you to understand this than it is for some of us older people who've been there. But when you're going through really, really hard times, really tough times, whether it's you that's having the problem or it's somebody else in your family or close friends having the problem, just understand that you're gonna get through it. The outcome may not be always guaranteed. You know, some things turn for the worst, you know, and you can't help that sometimes, but you're going to get through it. You're gonna get through it. You know, I've always gotten through that stuff. Until the day that you're completely gone from this earth, you're always gonna be able to get through stuff, okay? Until that one time that you're not, you know, and that's life, you know, but you have to keep living it day by day. T-Gang saying hi. Leo says, nah, brother, problem only exists if they think they exist. That's my way of life. I don't think people should take my advice though. Yeah, well, like I said, you can ignore your problems. You can think that they don't exist, but they're still gonna be there. In the short term, it might make you feel better to just not think about your problems. I think that's why people get substance abuse issues, because they want to escape their problems for right now, but then they just added another problem to their list of problems. So yeah, definitely it's better to face your problems, guys. Face your struggles, face your fears. That's the way you deal with it. It's not easy, but it's the best way. Itchy Finger says, someone stole my wife's credit card, but I'm not gonna report it. They are spending less than she does. Yeah, well, I think that's probably a good idea. Don't let her know either. Maybe she won't be able to figure it out. T-Gang says, Blizzard, just stop trying to give me memberships. I just won't get it. Damn. I mean, you know, T-Gang, you're the only reason why he does it, I think. I think you're the only reason why he does it. So, I don't know. The gift gods are not happy today. Someday it will happen, I guarantee. T-Gang's crying. Jimmy Meyer says, problem definitely exists when you have children. It starts with the first dirty diaper. It starts before the dirty diaper. It starts when your woman says, I'm pregnant, that's where the problems begin right there. The worry, the financial aspect of it, that's where the problems start right there. The dirty diaper that's way down the line. What's that?
I'm pregnant.
You're pregnant? Okay, my wife just told me she's pregnant. That's hilarious. Hilarious. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. Guys, if Miss Generous told me, if she was really pregnant, I'd be like, well, I don't know what to tell you, but
Crying.
peace out. I'm out of here. Man, at 53 years old, having a kid, a brand new baby, you guys have never seen me again. I'm going to tell you right now. A brother will be gone. All right, no, I wouldn't. Of course I wouldn't, guys. I don't want to leave, though. T-Gang's saying peace and crying. Georgia, she says, baby, don't stop believing in yourself. Madeline Hill, thank you. BIY, brother, BIY is in the building. Says, hi, Cisco, T-Gang, Jim Myers, Gracie Mom, Vanessa Vargas, Leo Lee, Georgia Sheets, Blizzard Abroad, Louise Book, Itchy Fingers. What's up, BIY? Somebody came in here, BIY. They left us a joke, a little joke. I don't know if you scroll back if you saw that, but it's a little jokey joke. It was all right. It was a decent one. T-Gang says, hi, BIY. T-Gang says, be right back. All right, T-Gang. Georgia Sheets says, hey, BIY, Blizzards, giving the muscle arm to BIY. Leo says, wow, you just know stuff about me. LOL, I was addict and it was for that reason. Yeah, man. And I'm telling you, this is the thing. In life, we all don't get given the same gifts, okay? Physically, biologically, we don't all get the same gifts. We all know this. We also don't all get the same gifts of who raised us. We also don't get the gifts of the community that we live in. We also don't get the gift equal of, having financial stability in our lives. We all have different, amounts of those things. And so there are just some people in the world who, for different reasons, the way that they deal with their problems is they try to escape their problems. They don't try to deal with their problems. They try to escape their problems. And unfortunately, you can't escape all problems. Some problems require you to do something if you want to have a healthy outcome. And it's very difficult for some people, and I used to be like, well, they're stupid, they're lazy, or they're whatever. And then I just realized everybody doesn't have a life like I do. Everybody wasn't given the same, whatever gifts I've been given, they weren't given that. Or they weren't raised the way I was raised. Or they just are incapable of seeing things the way that I see them. It's not necessarily their fault. And so that's why part of me being here talking to you guys is me just saying, hey, here's my advice. Just me as just some random guy on YouTube. Here's what I've been through in my life. And, here's some other people that were in my community in YouTube. Here's our advice, and that's how we all learn. That's how we all get better. I keep saying it. A wise person learns from the mistakes of others. They don't learn from their own mistakes, just their own mistakes. They learn from the mistakes of others, so they avoid mistakes for themselves. And so that's why networking and having people here on this platform is just awesome, because there's so many people who have good advice, who are positive people, and this is one of those communities. Real quick, we got 9 million in the building, 25 likes. Thank you guys. If you haven't already, please double tap your screen, drop us a like. I'm probably gonna be on here for about another 10 minutes, and then I got to get going. My wife's gonna be having dinner here ready pretty soon, and I'm exhausted, guys. It's been a long 5 days. Had a great time, but I'm exhausted. Let's see. Georgia She's saying hello, BIY. Blizzard saying hi, BIY. Oh, I read this. Okay. BIY says, I had a car accident the other day. The driver was a dwarf. Oh, Jesus. He got out and said he was not happy. So I said, which one are you then? BIY. She's in there laughing. She found that funny. I find it disgusting, BIY. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're a terrible man, BIY. Terrible. Stop laughing. Don't encourage him. Shush. Jimmy Myers says, yeah, man. Itchy Finger says, you got to go find pickles and ice cream at 3 a.m. Yeah, that's what I don't do. My ex, her thing was lemon juice and what are those called? Corn nuts. Corn nuts and lemon juice. That was her thing. What was your thing, babe, that you did when you were... What did you crave?
Slushy raspberry iced tea.
Slushy raspberry iced tea and Snapple. Wow. Okay, that's an interesting one. I think I remember you saying something about the Snapple. Yeah. But the pickles and ice cream, yeah, that's one I've heard before. Yeah, oh man, I'm not going through all that again. Blizzard says, yep, only for you, little bro T-Gang. Totally. Blizzard's world is really T-Gang. T-Gang. I want you to understand that. Blizzard, you know, every morning he gets up and he thinks to himself, I got to get T-Gang that gift membership. So he jumps out of bed. He starts doing push-ups. He's doing burpees. You know, he's doing his whole thing, his whole routine. And then he stops. He goes, I'm ready. I'm ready. Come on, Sisco. Let's go. Get online. And he just waits. He waits to jump out of those bushes, T-Gang. And one day it's going to pay off. I guarantee you. Sis Vanessa, good morning. Good morning. Madeline Nilla, thank you. Leo says, nah, that's her announcement. LOL. Yeah, nah, bro. Negative. Instantly unretired. Yeah, no. No, bro. I'm gone. You want to see a guy move out of the country fast? That's me. I'm gone. I'll be like, Miss Janice, talk to you later. See you later. Child support. They got to find me in somewhere. I'm going to be in the province somewhere. They ain't going to find me. T-Gang says, thanks, Blizz. Leo says, what stands in the way becomes the way. It's a good way to think about it, possibly. Leo Lee says, in life, it can be dark, but you got to get up, turn on the light on yourself, and stop waiting for someone to turn on for you. I definitely agree with that. I agree with that, Leo. Absolutely, 100%. T-Gang says, nah, Cisco would get the milk. Nah, man. Cisco's gone. He's in the province. George, she says, most people will even be talking about how they don't have a lover, partner, and honestly, I tell myself people don't need lovers to survive. Live, live like I would survive if I wasn't dating T-Gang. Yes, you would. Guys, I don't think that there's one person for everyone. I think there's probably millions of people that you could probably be happy with in life that you just never will meet. You'll never see. They're all over the world. People that you could live with and have a fine relationship with. But I don't think that there's one person that's just for everybody. I don't personally believe that. So yeah, of course. I love the Jones in that building. He says, hello, Cisco from the hamster wheel, working a double shift today. Say it ain't so, bro. Say it ain't so. Double shift. Damn. Well, the good thing about that is the overtime pay, man. You get that good overtime pay. Huh? Oh, she's laughing. I'm like, what? That overtime pay, makes up for it. But still, damn, you still got to be there, bro. What's going on, I love the Chone? Good to see you, brother. BIY says, hi, I love the Chone. May the wheel turn true, for real, and don't run you over. Blizzard says, I love the Chone. Salute. I love the Chone saying, BIY, thank you. Sis Wishy in the building. She says, Sisco. Hello, sis. How are you? Mindanao's finest. I love the Chone says, Blizzard abroad, salute. Madeline Lilla, thank you. Leo Lee says, Cisco definitely be a great milk buyer. Man, the milk would never get here. I'll tell you that right now. The milk would be lost forever. T-Gang's laughing. Blizzard saying, whose white baby is that? Oh, damn. Okay, you jinxing me now, bro. You jinxing me. Well, I'm a little light-skinned, man, I am, 40% Spanish. So, if a baby came out looking blonde hair, green eyes, I got blonde hair, green eyed people in my family. My grandma's mom was blonde hair, green eyes. So my aunt Benita, she has green eyes, so it wouldn't be a stretch, but I'll tell you what would be worse probably if the baby came out dark, because then I'd be like, okay, now wait a minute. Come on now. With my light self and your light self, dark baby came out, I don't know about all that. So what? My dad was really dark. He was super dark. So I guess that could happen too. Georgia She says, I'm happy with T-Gang and we're long distance. Okay, Georgia She, where are you located at? Miss Jenner says, Blizz. Oh, she finds that funny. I love the Chone says, yeah, unfortunately, I need double shift money in California. Yeah, you're damn right, bro. And it's funny, I was just talking about that with my son and his friend. We were coming home. I was telling him like how much money I used to make on overtime. I'm like, damn. And I told him, but that was 29 years of working, and hey, get to that level. But even that amount of money just wasn't going to keep me there. It wasn't going to keep me there. I was ready to retire, and I know I love the Chone that you're at that point too, bro. I think you're at that point too. So again, as I say every time, I hope it just gets here very quickly, man. Stay present, brother. Stay present, but it'll get here quick. BIY says Georgia Sheets song memory. The Distance by Cake. Oh, okay. The Distance by Cake. I haven't heard that one. Hold on. Let me do a little screenshot. All right. A little screenshot real quick. Lil Lee says, you get overtime in about 9 months. Yeah, man. Not me. You won't see me going through it. T-Gang says, I never knew that. BIY says, you'd wish. Hello. Georgia She says, BIY. She's laughing. Sis Wish says, BIY and Blizz. Hello. T-Gang says, at this point, Blizzard, you are like my father, but better. Wow. Okay. I don't know about that. Blizzard, you need another kid in your house? T-Gang says, because I lost my father. Man, Blizzard, you need more pressure like that in your life, I'm sure. Blizzard saying, wishy, hello. Leo Lee coming back after the kid became successful with the milk and saying, damn, that milk was hard to find. Yeah, man, if that kid's a millionaire, maybe I might come back. Even then, I'm good. I'm good. I got 2 of my own. She's got 2 of her own. We're hella good. We're hella good. Sis Wishy says, I have red eyes. Sis, quit it. Quit it. I love the Jones says dark. There's probably a man out there, Wishy. There's probably a man out there to be like, hell yeah, she got some red ass eyes. I love the Jones says dark. Think there might be a problem. I'm just saying, bro. You never know. Because jeans don't, it ain't like you get 2 different color liquids and pour it into a container and the mixture makes with, that's not how biology works, guys. If you didn't know this, you know, you're not taking 2 people and just pouring them into a glass and whatever color those 2 colors come out. That's not the way it works. Genes work a very specific way. So it is possible for you to have a very, very light kid with 2 dark people, a very, very dark kid with 2 light people. Just depends on how your ancestry and your lineage plays out. So it wouldn't surprise me one way or the other, but I'd be getting that stuff tested because, you know, I ain't stupid. So that's all I'm gonna say about that, guys. Yeah. Georgia C says, I'm in Georgia, USA. Okay, in Georgia, all right. Well, I don't know how you in Georgia and T-Gang in Japan hooked up, but it works, I guess. Says Lane, says like, thank you, says Lane for the like. Good morning. Blizzard says T-Gang. I love Jones says, sorry guys, gotta run. Mexican food. You got the explosive diarrhea, bro? Did you eat some Taco Bell? Oh, please don't say that that's the case, bro. Please don't have that at the airport, bro. That would be horrific. Have fun, brother. Enjoy your food. T-Gang says, Blizzard, thank you. BIY said, hello, Filipino Lane Cebuana. Mason Day says, what's up from Australia? What's up, mate? How are you? Shout out Australia. Blizzard says, wishy, puff, pass them red eyes for real. Bro, no, she would never. If anyone's listening, she would never do that. But that would be the red eyes for sure. Yeah, definitely. Leo Lee says, we all know she definitely going to use this in arguments like, be careful. No, she better be careful because, you know, this would be a shared trauma. If Miss Jones suddenly became pregnant, first of all, it'd be a medical miracle. That's what would have to happen, literally a medical miracle. And then we would both start crying. And yeah, I think we'd definitely be running away from our problems at that point, for sure. Mason Day Brown says, gingers have souls too, you know. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Some of the nicest people I've ever met. Redheaded people. Nicest people. Now, sometimes they can be a little fiery, okay? A little fiery, but it's done in love. I've never met a redheaded person who was just a mean, ugly, angry person. I've never met one. I'm not saying they don't exist. I've never met one. T-Gang says, LOL. Leo says, red eyes. Clam, high, small pupils, crazy hot. Could be. But never Miss Wishy. Miss Wishy would never. Georgia She says, I told you how we started dating yesterday. I wasn't here yesterday. I Love Lechon says, not Taco Bell, Cotijas in Point Loma. Damn. Wow. Okay. You go, man. That's okay. That's legit right there. T-Gang's laughing. BIY says, Mason Day Brown, hello. Says, or Mamley Nilla, thank you. Wishy says, I will give it to you, Blizz. Yeah, puff ass. Yeah, definitely just give it right away, sis. Don't hold that stuff. No, don't do it. This water is amazing, guys. I just want to say that. Wishy, how have you been? How's things going for you? Mason Day Brown says, it's good to see someone who for real reads all chats. You won yourself a sub. Hey, Mason, thank you, brother. And that's just one of the things that I do here. Obviously, my channel here is not that big. You know, we have about 2,500, I think, subscribers now. We're getting close to 26, I want to say. So it's not a big channel. And so we've got 13 people in here, 13 million, we like to say. 13 people in here. It's not that difficult to read through. So I'm going to read through them, you know, until it just gets to the point where I just cannot do it. And if I have that problem, that's a good problem to have. But I definitely will keep trying. So thank you, Mason, for the sub. Appreciate that. And guys, I'm gonna read through these real quick and then I gotta sign off. It's about 4:30 need to spend some time with my wife. This is the first time I've seen her since Wednesday, and it is now Monday here in the U.S. So yeah, and she just made dinner, which I'll show you before. Can I show, babe? Before I sign off, I'll show you guys. Let's see here. Where am I at? Mason says, hello, everyone. Blizzard says, wishy. He's laughing. Mamlin is with the spam cans. Ms. Jern says, welcome, Mason. T-Gang says, Blizzard. Blizzard says, calling a redhead fiery. Bro, okay, no pun intended, but you know what I'm saying. Some of them have a fiery personality. And I think a lot of it comes from the fact the way they're treated. There's nothing naturally fiery about redheaded people in their own, they're just the way they get treated. They got to be a little fiery sometimes. You know, it's just the way it is. No pun intended. Mason says, I feel like there's some amazing people here. Mason, there's awesome people in here. We have a great community. Here in this live stream, there's some great people. We have a great community here at Sisco International, but we are ultimately a part of many communities who are very positive and just awesome people. And some of them bless us by coming through this live stream. So yeah, I'm glad you came, and definitely hang out and connect with some of these people if you get a chance too. Where are we at here real quick, guys? I got to read through this. Brother Kamal said hi to Wishy. Says Vanessa leaving the heart. Thank you, says Vanessa. Blizzard say hello, Mason, salute. T-Gang said, hey, Sisco, what would you do if Blizz gifted more memberships? I've given up, man. I've given up at this point. You know, all I could do is say thank you, graciously accept, and that's it. I can't help what that brother does. You know, he does too much. He does too much. And we appreciate it, but man, bro, he does too much. Georgia She says, whenever I met you first, I told you we were in the same live stream, and my mom came in and told him I had a crush on him, which was true. Ah, okay. T-Gang says, Leo says, nah, what I mean, red eyes is from like weed. Yeah, no, I got that. Big pupils is the most dangerous, small pupils because it's like pills. Yeah. Says Vanessa, thank you. All right, Mason said, Mason was timed out by T-Gang. Why was Mason timed out? Blizz, yeah. Well, Mason, okay, that wasn't a very bad comment, but just remember there are under 18 people in our chat. Just remember that. That's all. Yeah, but he don't need to be timed out, T-Gang. He was good. That wasn't a terrible comment. He wasn't being disrespectful or nothing. T-Gang says, Blizz, so like, don't give more memberships. That's not going to work. But guys, it's 4:30. I want to thank you guys for being here on the live stream. We got 13 million in the building, 28 likes. Thank you guys. That's really helping us get further out there. If you haven't already, please double tap your screen. Give us a like before we end the stream here. If you haven't checked out the channel, please, at the end of this live stream, if you have time, go check out our channel. We've got some videos out, some shorts. There'll be some shorts dropping over the next few days, guys. I really didn't get a lot of time to do a lot of editing or anything like that, so there won't be videos for a minute. I'm working on a couple different videos, but what we have there now is there's quite a bit that we just put on. So guys, check that out. If you haven't already, please leave a comment when you watch the videos. Leave a like for the videos and the commercials. Please watch the commercials for at least 30 seconds. If you do that, you are financially donating to Sisco International Channel. If you watch those commercials for at least 30 seconds, a small portion of the proceeds from that commercial goes to our channel. So even if you're not able to do a super chat, if you're not able to send money to us like that, don't worry about it. If you watch the ads for at least 30 seconds, you just donated money to our channel. So thank you. We appreciate it. But guys, it is 4:30. I'm going to sign off here. Let me read these last little comments real quick. It says, Gracie Mom saying hello. Thank you, Ma'am Lanilla. Mason saying, okay, man, no problem. Yeah, that's all, Mason. No biggie. All right. Yeah, just, you know, we do have some younger people in here. T-Gang says it was only 10 seconds. Yeah, okay, cool. Ms. Jenner says, thanks for hopping on, everyone. See you at the next one. Yeah, for sure. May says, I didn't even know I was timed out, to be honest. Yeah, 10 seconds is not a long time. It's all good. Yeah, because guys, like I said, moderators, if you're gonna act as a quote unquote moderator, if you're gonna like time somebody out or whatever, just make sure that what they're saying is very disrespectful. Like it's something you should not be saying in a live stream at all, adult or otherwise, like racist or sexist or calling people slurs, that kind of stuff. Yeah, definitely get rid of that comment and time that person out. But if it's not any of those things, Don't worry about it. I'll see it. And if I see it and I think, okay, that's a problem, then I'll get it. And definitely don't hide people. Don't hide people from the channel. All right. I'll hide people from the channel. Let's see. Blizzard says, Mason, you good, bro? Yeah, no, it's all good. Blizzard saying T-Gang, salute. T-Gang says, Blizzard, don't gift more members. I'm joking. Yeah, we know that. Respect to Blizzard, right? Blizzard says, bro, Cisco and Miss Jen, I appreciate you guys. Blizzard, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. By the way, I hope your watch hour spiked, bro, these last several days. I had some ninjas at work, and hopefully your watch hour spiked these last couple days, bro. Check it out. Brother Kamal, thank you, man. Thank you, bro. I'm going to go check your channel. I'm going to see if you got any new stuff. I don't think you do, but I'm needing some, bro. I'm needing some from you when you get a chance, brother. A short, just say hi. Let's see the smile. Let's see the immaculate hair. I'm jealous of you and Brother Juan John Carlos, the two most immaculate hair men on the planet. I gotta see you, bro. Gotta see you. Miss Jen says, Blizzy, good to see you. Take care. Georgia, she says, well, if you're leaving, I could ask Tegan if he wants to film that vid for you. Yeah, you guys should do that. You better do it. Blizzard throwing all the emojis. Thank you, brother. Hope everything's good for you, bro. Hopefully, things are settling, and we'll see you back on those live streams soon, man. But take your time. Absolutely. We're still going to be here, brother. You already know. And thank you for the gift memberships, brother. All 25 of them. Crazy, man. You're crazy, bro. Mason says, enjoy your day, night, everyone. Thank you, Mason, and welcome. Appreciate you. T-Gang says, okay. Gracie Mom, thank you. Mamily Anilla. T-Gang says, please, Blizzard, one more. No, he's good. Come on. Thank you, brother. Blizzard says, always next time. T-Gang says, don't give more membership, please, but tomorrow you can. Yeah, Blizzard. Come on. Salute from Blizzard, guys. Take it easy. Thank you. Again, thank you all for jumping on. I missed you guys. Appreciate you guys. I will be back tomorrow at 2:30. I'll be good probably through the rest of the week. And this is going to be the norm, consistently. I'm aiming for 2:30 every day, Monday through Thursday. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is kind of up in the air. So thank you guys. But I'll be back tomorrow. You guys have a great day. Have a great evening. Philippines, have a great morning. Don't work too hard. And we'll see you guys real soon. Georgia She says, T-Gang, when he ends live, can we make a Roblox video? All right, guys. Salute to you guys. Take it easy and be safe. And don't forget, be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Be positive. Spread positivity. Spread love out there in the world. We need more of it. And 9 million in the building. If you haven't already, drop a like real quick. And if you haven't already subscribed, if we're your vibe, please subscribe. All right, guys. I got to